SMT Nation, we back. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be looking at a couple of things out of this valuation and study here and research from Recon Analytics. Friend of the show, Roger Etner, doing a great job with this article. Absolutely tremendous. Key points from it, and I'll make sure to link all of this for you guys. It'll be in the description box. Cable leads in mobile, mobile leads in broadband, and the premise that Verizon is flailing and failing seems to be misguided, at least according to Rogers' data. All right, let's analyze, let's take a look and evaluate this story. To kind of get things started first, I want to take a look at what Comcast and Charter have been doing. For those of you that don't know what that is, Comcast is a home broadband company. Comcast also has what's known as Xfinity Mobile, an MVNO that uses Verizon as its a partner for wireless service. Charter is also very similarly a home ISP broadband provider that also does the same thing. Partnership with Verizon for a network agreement. The two cable operators for the better part of the last 5 years have been offering wireless service as a way to attract and retain customers. The concept is you have customers for cable and home internet, and they can bundle with wireless, save a little money in the process, and you retain your customers and you don't lose them to competitors. Big Cable knew that wireless mobile network operators like Verizon and T-Mobile were going to do home internet through fixed wireless. In order to get out ahead of it and retain those customers, take share, maybe make some extra money, have some growth, this is what they decided to do. In the last quarter or two, a lot has been made about Verizon not being competitive, not doing a good job of competing in the retail space. It is absolutely true they are not growing. They seemingly have the same number of subscribers that they've had for like the last couple of years. We just don't see much growth from them. And there's a couple of reasons for that. They're premium, they're expensive. The economic climate currently kind of shows us that uh, the customer is very sensitive to price increases. The customer is shopping. The customer is looking for other options. The growth of Comcast and Charter is as rapid as it's ever been. So customers are exploring options. They're looking at Charter and Comcast with, Xfinity and Spectrum Mobile as options. Now, the nice thing for those customers is they get a legitimate mobile network experience, right? They might be low users in terms of like usage, but they get to be on the Verizon network when they need it, and they get access to all these like hotspots and such. Uh, but there's something in here that's important to note. Verizon doesn't appear to care whether a customer is on their retail side or if they're an MVNO partner customer. Like, so for example, if they're on Spectrum or Xfinity Mobile, they don't seem to mind. Take a look at this data from Recon Analytics and Roger. 27% of Comcast Charter's customers have come from Verizon. That might seem high, but where's the rest of the customers coming from? Where are the other 73% coming from? Guys and gals, they're coming from T-Mobile and AT&T. So when you look at this option, and they might also be coming from prepaid, right? They might be coming from prepaid Verizon. They might be coming from AT&T prepaid, uh, T-Mobile prepaid. They could be coming from MVNOs of those companies too. These customers going to these two mobile network operators, to Charter and Spectrum, they're not hurting Verizon. They are helping Verizon because they are the additions for Verizon. I understand that the EBITDA, or if you want to look at average revenue per user, or the just the amount of money that they generate in profitability, the margins aren't as great. But this is actually like a growth sector for Verizon. Now, it's not all perfect, right? The companies Spectrum and Xfinity Mobile are going to be building out these small cell networking elements that are going to reduce the need for usage on the Verizon network, and that's something to obviously think about and consider. But it appears that the doom and gloom that Verizon's unwilling to compete hasn't impacted them because they don't have to compete for these customers. They're allowing Charter and Spectrum to take AT&T and T-Mobile customers and put them on the Verizon network for them. So Verizon does not feel the need to compete. This is a stunning revelation for some people. Something that I've tried to explain for a long time is that Verizon is not the only company that's losing customers to big cable for wireless. AT&T feels it too, and so does T-Mobile. And this is why them offering fixed wireless access makes sense to compete to get those customers. And they can give them a small discount, right? Verizon does it 50% when you have their wireless service. T-Mobile does it with Magenta MAX. But the doom and gloom of Verizon and the potential bankruptcy and the failure of the company and they compete and all this, I get it, but that's just simply not happening on the numbers. Verizon is perfectly happy selling their network as a service, not competing for customers in traditional postpaid retail, and just having them on the network generate wholesale revenue. It seems like they are perfectly fine with it, and you could see why they're not changing anything. They continue to grow. Indirectly, Verizon is taking customers from both AT&T and T-Mobile. Now, you can argue against this, and you will be wrong. This is what the research shows. This is what is being indicated by the data. A lot of people have personal opinions, and that's perfectly fine. You're allowed to have opinions. A lot of people say that the Verizon network is congested and useless. Well, then why are people running to be on the network? It doesn't make sense. So I implore people out there that are evaluating these types of, phenomena that are occurring in wireless, but it just doesn't hold weight. If it was that bad of a network experience, then why would people run to it from AT&T and T and T-Mobile? They're clearly going to these MVNOs for the Verizon network. They're unwilling or don't want to pay Verizon directly, so they'll just buy the Verizon network from Charter or Comcast, and they're happy to do so. Save a little bit of money in the process. Right now, we got this push and pull going on, right? Verizon trying to take share in fixed wireless access, so is T-Mobile. So that's another thing we can look at here. So part two of this story, fixed wireless subscriber growth. Where are the T-Mobile home internet customers coming from? Where are the Verizon 5G home customers coming from? Here's a look at this bar graph. From large cities, Verizon is taking 43% of the fixed wireless customer. T-Mobile's taking 33%. All right, clearly they are the big players in fixed wireless access. You got Starry Home Internet, you got other types of point-to-point options that happen in the large city. That's 76% of the market is by the big two, so that's huge. Probably because Verizon has C-band in these places, right? And they've got 5G home via millimeter wave in some places, so this probably kind of indicates this. When you look at small mid-sized cities, Verizon's taking 7%, T-Mobile's taking 6%. These numbers are probably going to increase as upgrades happen. These places are getting upgrades from T-Mobile and Verizon at a slower pace. These larger cities have been getting the upgrades at a rapid pace. So this all makes sense. When you go to the suburban side, it gets interesting. This is where T-Mobile shines at 32% of share and Verizon 26%. So collectively, these two companies take the majority. It's about 58% of the consumer base is going to these two companies. Uh, I expect this gap to close. I expect Verizon to creep up a little bit, and I expect T-Mobile to come down a little bit. It'll be closer to even, maybe as soon as next year, as we start to see Verizon get more access to C-band as the channels deepen and go from like 60 to 100 megahertz. More markets get the clearance and the repack of C-band. So, like end of 2023, 2024, these numbers are going to look totally different in suburban and especially rural, where Verizon's taking 24% share and T-Mobile's taking 29% share, right? Those numbers are probably going to increase for both companies as they upgrade the network. This is great data, excellent evaluation, and observations from Roger Etner, Recon Analytics, friend of the show. Incredible. Just when you look at the proper way to frame it, this is why you don't see Verizon moving. This is why you don't see Verizon shaking in their boots. This is why the over sensationalizing of doom and gloom bankruptcy for Verizon is just completely misguided. Comcast and Charter are doing the hard work for Verizon. They're bringing customers in for Verizon essentially. They're taking T-Mobile and AT&T. They are, and that's just the way it is. Nothing really to argue too much. Are they less profitable customers? Sure. Verizon doesn't care. All they care about is network as a service. They don't have to serve these customers directly. It's just money into the bank to them. Almost pure profit, as quoted from Roger Etner. Excellent stuff. Comment down below. What do you guys think about all this? The elements that I discussed, the phenomena that is happening. Verizon getting more customers through the cable operators. Verizon, clearly the network is not as bad as people have over sensationalized. People are running to the Verizon network through mobile network operators. The fixed wireless access piece, very interesting. Comment down below. You all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. Like, share, subscribe for more. Turn on the bell notification icon to never miss an upload. Links in the description for all that's going on with the community, the Twitter, my Gmail address for all business inquiries, and the Patreon page. Thanks for watching. See you all in the next one. Peace.